What's going on, YouTube? It's Matt Faircloth. Welcome to the Mentorship Monday program. My name is Matt. My company is called the DeRosa Group. Here it is. And we are a real estate investment company. And we want to show folks how to get educated in real estate and how to make phenomenal returns on real estate. Mentorship Monday is our program that we issue, oddly enough, on Monday. Crazy thing. At 4:30 p.m. Eastern, Monday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, every week, you can join us. And you guys can be live on the show. You can join us by watching. You can also join us live on the show. The way you can get live on the show is just emailing a real estate question. All you gotta do, email it to helpme@DeRosaGroup.com. That is helpme@DeRosaGroup.com, and we will take that question. We'll put it in the queue, and you'll get emailed an opportunity to come right on the show here with us, and we'll have you pick our brain, and you can talk to me and Justin, or me and a co-host, or whoever we have here at the time. Likely be Justin because he's awesome, and that. But sometimes we have co-guest hosts and stuff like that too, and you get to pick our brain and talk all about real estate investing, talk all about everything that there is to know for you and everyone else to learn from. So helpme@DeRosaGroup.com is the email address. Fire it off. Be here, be square, guys. And let me bring in my co-host, Justin Fraser. Come on, Justin.
Hey, Matt. What's up?
Yeah. Sometimes I got to run this show by myself because Justin goes on vacation and stuff like that.
All right, one time.
Yeah, it's only, yeah. You never know. Never know. Might happen again.
I would love another vacation if that's.
I know you would.
Absolutely would.
Well, welcome. So, Mentorship Monday, guys, is brought to you by DeRosa Insiders, our sponsor, the sponsor for this show. So, Justin, tell everybody what is DeRosa Insiders? What's that all about? Why should people consider it?
Yeah, I'm getting good at the pitch here, Matt, because we've done it many times.
Here we go.
DeRosa Insiders is a Facebook group, a private Facebook group where we show off everything that we're doing behind the scenes at the DeRosa Group. We mostly talk about multifamily. We show off our syndications, but we do show off construction projects and a lot of other really cool things. Tomorrow, I'm interviewing the one and only Liz Faircloth. You may know her. And we're talking about goal setting, growth, and growing your team. Yeah, so if you're an Invest Her fan and you know Liz Faircloth, you got to check us out on Insider tomorrow because you can only see that video if you're an insider. But we have something really cool. Not that Liz isn't really cool, but we have something else really cool coming later this week, which is we're going to have a broker come on, and he is going to share the details of a portfolio of multifamily properties for sale.
I've been excited for this one. This is going to be great.
So they are for sale now. They are available, and me and probably you and some other members of our team are going to be asking this broker question. And if you are a member of DeRosa Insiders, you can not only see what questions we ask, but we can bring you on and you can ask questions of the broker as well. And these are deals that are for sale. Nothing is manufactured. Nothing is fake about this. And by the way, if you want to then go and connect with the broker and make an offer, go ahead. Like we're just facilitating an introduction and showing the types of questions we would ask if we're interested in multifamily deals. And
we don't make the Justin and I don't make any commission off of offering these properties. There is no interest we have. They're not our properties, and we don't make any affiliate fee or whatever. We just want to help our insiders build their community. How many units are in that portportfolio? Do you know? It's several hundred, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a few hundred. So it's broken out over some smaller properties.
But it's small deals, big deals. You want to do you want to buy a 20 unit. I think there's a 20 unit in this portfolio.
50, 80, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's a good range.
Talk through all these properties, and we're going to just start that ball rolling and facilitate an introduction, and then we're going to let the insiders take it away. Hopefully, someone on the insiders will actually.
I hope they take it down. Yeah.
Actually, what I really hope is that Insider A and Insider B both decide they like it and they partner, and then they go buy it together. Because really, Insiders is all about us facilitating conversation and letting people find other people to fill in their missing gaps. Like what we always talk about, the 4 seats on the multifamily bus. We've got our bus. We want you to make your bus. And so that's really the goal there.
We hope you guys join us on Insiders by going to DeRosaGroup.com/insiders, or just picking up your handy dandy cell phone and texting the word DeRosa to 66866. You guys can join us at Insiders. Join us now, and you'll be on there by the time this broker gets on the air, when this is live on YouTube. If you guys are watching a recording, just join us. We have cool stuff every week, including Yeah. And you can also watch this YouTube channel for a good interview we had with the Jeff Holst, who's watching right now, leaving a few comments. Jeff, what's up, man?
Jeff?
Great to see you. Jeff taught us how to make the perfect old fashioned. And he also chatted about some real estate stuff. So thank you, Jeff, for watching today. Guys, as I said, Mentorship Monday is all about folks emailing questions and getting on the air with me and Justin here. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our first guest and give you guys some value, talk some real estate shop. And both of these guests we have today are getting a free 1-month membership to DeRosa Insiders. So if you guys want to submit your own question to help me at DeRosaGroup.com, you too can get a month worth of Insiders for free just for being on the show. Just a little thank you, a little give back. So who we got, Justin?
First up, we've got Chris. Hey, Chris Pierce. How are you, man?
Hello, I'm good.
What's going on, Chris?
Mentorship Monday, Chris.
How you doing?
Good.
I have 2 questions today.
Bring it on, man. What can we do for you?
Well, the first original question was I was just curious about if it's possible to wholesale commercial properties or large buildings or complexes.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I remember you asking this, and I'm glad you took my advice when I think you asked it on one of our other live shows, or I might have typed it in on a comment, because that's a really good question. People think that that wholesaling only can happen on single family homes or whatever, but all a wholesale is taking interest that they have in the contract and in the property. So, me as a wholesaler, I've got interest in this property that I put under contract, and I'm selling that interest I have to you. So I'm selling my contract or my interest in that property to you for a fee or for whatever it is I can negotiate from you, right? There is no rule. There is no law that says that property has to be a single family home, a duplex, triplex, or anything like that. I will say that I don't see it very often. And I've been offered wholesale portfolios before on apartment complexes. The problem is, wholesalers can kind of get the greed gland flowing sometimes, and the markups can tend to be a little excessive. And that's number one. And number two, more than anything else, it is very hard to convince the owner of a multifamily to even just sell to you direct, even further to work with you under a wholesale agreement. Multifamily owners tend to have more outs, more things they can do. It's easier for them to refinance. They could, multifamily is pretty hot right now, so they could just call the local Marcus and Millichap broker and boom, bingo, bango, they got it sold, right? So the problem that a wholesaler would face in trying to wholesale multifamily is simply that owners, although could be in extreme distress, still have options to get out from under their property, even take a little bit of a haircut if they need to get rid of it real fast or whatever. So short answer to your question is no, there's no rule against wholesaling multifamily, and it can and does happen. But it doesn't happen very frequently because of the marketplace and because of the options that multifamily owners have. Justin, what do you think?
Yeah, I think you've got to go to the mindset of the seller and think about what is the seller's motivation. Why would they come to you as a wholesaler versus going to any of the brokers that know their town? Often what we'll see is a seller maybe doesn't want a publicly advertised deal on LoopNet, and they don't want 1,000, tire kickers or something. So they might tell a broker that they want to do it as a sort of a silent listing or a quick listing where only a small group of investors get that list or get that property. But again, that's going through a broker. So I think that as a seller, I'm not really sure what a motivation I would have to going to a wholesaler who may or may not have any kind of track record. And even if you had a huge track record in smaller properties, again, what's the extra value add? So if you can figure out that value proposition, you might have a shot, but I would have to be really convinced that there's extra value there rather than calling the broker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But all that said, Chris, tell me more. Are you looking to buy multi through a wholesaler, or are you considering doing an effort to wholesale multifamily yourself?
I was thinking of just doing it myself.
Finding a multifamily and wholesaling it.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a suggestion. Oh, you go first. I see you're ready. All right.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go through the work of finding a really good, let's say it's got to be a really good multifamily deal, right? Because if you're going to try to wholesale it and take a markup, right, it's probably a really good deal anyway. So rather than a traditional wholesale, what you might want to do is find that property and bring it to someone that has the experience to take it on in exchange for a percentage equity in the project, right? So you're really acting as an acquisition.
Find a broker to bring it to you?
No, not a broker, a buyer. Right?
Find a buyer.
No, hang on. What he's saying, Chris, is that let's say you find 123 Main Street, it's a 20-unit property, and you're thinking, man, I could wholesale this thing because you're talking to the owner direct. The owner just says what his number is to get out, and you know it's worth more than what he's saying he wants to get for his property. So you see that as a wholesale opportunity, right? Well, if you want to check, then you could wholesale that and make a nice check. If you want equity and upside potential, and probably over the life cycle of the property, multiples more of the check that you would get, but probably spread out over the next 5-10 years, right? Then you could take equity. But what Justin's saying is, if you have a deal like that, you could probably negotiate ownership of the property with the buyer, with the new syndicator, with the apartment building owner that likes to buy apartment buildings, and maybe negotiate some skin in the game for yourself in the deal for bringing it to them, or you get yourself a check. So it's like money now versus money over 5-10 years, right?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So you got choices. We have people that find deals for us, and they're a part of our team, because that's a major part of the game is finding a deal or finding the money, right? The few tips on finding, I'll give you have you found any deals yet that could get wholesaled?
No, I haven't. That just came to mind.
It's a good idea. Here's a few tips. Find properties with the owners have owned the property for more than 10 years, right? More than 15 years is even better. And if it's more than 20, gold mine, because that's a tired owner that got into business before the internet became popular and is probably doing marketing tactics that are pre-internet level marketing tactics. I'm talking about, I've come across owners that are still listing their property for rent in the newspaper, right?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. We bought a 49 unit off of a guy that had a handwritten for rent sign on the front of the place, right? For rent. Right. He also had no Google pin drop for the place. Okay. And I'm not saying that you got to know how to do a Google pin drop, but like, that's how people find apartment buildings now. Look on Google. Here's an apartment, so he had none of that either. And so the knowledge of technology, there was a gap there, and then there was a desire to sell bent along with it. So you can find somebody who hasn't kept up with the times and is also looking to sell, just get out from under it. And right now is a good time because coronavirus perhaps caused the straw that broke it on that seller right now, right? The straw that broke the camel's back. So
right.
Yeah. So I think now's a good time to look. You just got to do a lot of public record digging and stuff like that. So
because the profit margin would be more on a larger complex.
Could be if you're not greedy.
The more value, the more margin that you could get from it.
Sure. Oh yeah. Right. Because that's what that's what the wholesaler's profit is. The wholesaler's profit is, the delta of what they have it under contract for versus the real value of the property or what they believe the market will yield for it. So the better deal you strike, the more money you make.
What would you say would be the percentage of a commercial property value that a wholesaler should get?
Oh man, I don't know.
3 to 5%.
I see more than that. Normally I see around 10. When I see wholesale properties, I see wholesaler making around 10%.
But you're thinking in terms of, maybe $100,000-$200,000 house.
Yeah,
right?
I know. But you're talking about a couple of $1 million house, a couple $1 million multifamily, wholesaler making, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. I don't know, man. I think the wholesaler's fee would probably drop pretty drastically on a multifamily deal because it's going to be really easy to sell. You have buyers lined up around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wouldn't expect to make 10. I think you probably make between 3 and 5. I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Easy. So, Chris, thanks for being on Mentorship. Thanks for being on the Mentorship Monday program, man. I really appreciate you. And you're going to be on Insider. So as you carry forward this initiative, for wholesaling multifamily. I'd love to hear what other people have to say. They want to leave comments on it or want to speak to us more about it. We'd love to talk to more people. We're buyers, but I do believe there's a window for wholesalers to step into this space more than there have been. You just got to be willing to play more of the corporate game. Most wholesalers that I talk to are pretty scrappy and are pretty good talking to individual homeowners, but being able to play the button up, more high level conversation and talking to a multifamily owner, a lot of wholesalers are not playing at that level. So if you're able to play at a higher level with regards to the way you speak to people and the way that you close and the level of professionalism you bring out there, then I think that you could very well put something like this together. So I'd love to hear how you do with it.
Okay. I did have a second question.
Please.
Is that for now or later?
We can do it now.
Okay. I've just been thinking about the wholesaling business, and it really it relies upon the willingness for the cash buyers to buy. How is that affected by the eviction ban? Are they not buying as often now because they don't want more properties to be on the hook for because the renters aren't paying rent, or what?
I can tell you what, man. If you got a tenant, if you're trying to wholesale something and you got tenants that are holdout in there that have not paid their rent since coronavirus came around or are spotty on paying their rents, it is going to be hard to liquidate that because there is no telling when the courts are going to fully open back up. But if you've got a property that has tenants that are current now, you got gold, because the odds are the tenants have figured out how to get their rent paid. What that looks like, man, they're working. Maybe they found some subsidy programs, whatever it is, they're current now. And the probability of them figuring out whatever they figured out and staying current through coronavirus is likely enough, right? The tenant that stopped paying a couple months ago is likely not going to start again because they know you can't evict them, right? So a property that is current is worth a ton more. A property that is delinquent is worth a ton less. That's what I think.
And what about having a vacant property to sell? Are they willing to buy a vacant and not knowing what the future tenant might do?
I would say so, because I think that it's better off. We've not had any problem finding tenants. And some of my properties, we got people that are squatting. I just call it squatting because they haven't paid their rent in a couple months. They're just in there hanging out, having a Corona party. As soon as I've been able to get them out, we can get it released like that. The problem is getting them out of there. Because if they know the game, they know the law, they know they don't have to move. They know they got to wait. They can wait until. Now you can do cash for keys. You can incentivize them to break their lease. You can incentivize them to move out. All those kinds of things. And if you can get them to move, it is very easy, I think, to find a new tenant. Justin can speak to that, but he's put together some tenant initiative programs that we've had properties go up 10, 15, 20% in occupancy during coronavirus because of what Justin put together.
Yeah, I absolutely would prefer a vacant unit over a unit that has a tenant that's not paying. But if you've got a property that does have a tenant paying and you can show that they've been paying, that's fine too. That's fine. I think you can't make a blanket assumption just because there's some rules set up for COVID, and I think a smart buyer will understand and how to look at that and see if the tenants are paying or not, and then make their judgment that way.
Okay.
So cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
cool.
Chris, thank you so much for your questions. We really appreciate it. And
looking forward to seeing you on Insiders, Chris. I think you're going to be a contributor. Looking forward to seeing you out there on the group, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Cool. See you there. Thanks, Chris.
Right. Our next guest is Isaac. Isaac, welcome to the show, man.
Isaac, what's up, man?
How are you?
Guys, doing good.
Welcome to Mentorship Monday. Thanks for your question to help me at DeRosaGroup.com. What can I do in your own words? I know you got your write up there, but just tell me in your own words. What's on your mind?
Yeah. So basically, my question was raising private capital via social media, using social media platforms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the book. Awesome. Thank you so much for writing that. But
Thank you.
So right now I'm working with a partner, and my role in the partnership is raising private capital. And I was wondering your opinion, and I guess if you have any tips and tricks on how you would approach it if you wanted to do it through social media, if that's allowed, because of the whole SEC compliance that obviously we have to follow.
Yeah, you be careful, man. The SEC come after you. So most people use social to social media in some form or fashion to raise money. It's only because it's the most efficient way to get the word out there about what you're up to, right? Now, if you look at what a lot of folks are doing, you will notice that unless they are registered and filed a certain way with the SEC, they are likely not soliciting, right? Soliciting means, hey, I'm Isaac, and you should invest with me because I'm going to pay you 15%, and it's going to be on that property, and I'm going to give you equity, and it's going to be awesome, and you should invest with me because of this and in this property. That's a solicitation, okay? Now, you can do that if you only take accredited investors, and if you're already set up and filed as exempt with the SEC, and you've already jumped through all those hurdles. Now, my guess is you and your partner are going to start small because you seem smart, so you're going to start a little small and expand out. Okay, you can't solicit because you're trying to draw interest. So here's what you do. Do you guys have anything under contract or anything in the works right now?
So we have 2 deals right now. We put in an offer on, it was last week so he hasn't updated me on that yet as far as we were accepted or not. But yes, we do have 2 right now. Okay. We put offers in, yeah.
So you do informational based posts. Hey, I'm so excited that I just put that property under contract. Can you guys believe? Look at this house. I'm going to make it better. I'm going to make it awesome. And my investors are going to do really well on that property. You don't say, hey, you could invest with me. It's just, I got people and they're invested with me and they're going to do awesome. Drop the mic, right. Leave it like that. So information. Now, that's sizzle. So there's sizzle and there's education. You got to do both. Okay. So you do the sizzle that look at how great this is. Look at me. Right. That's what Facebook is really, just a bunch of people pounding the chest. Right. So do that. But then what do? You're young. So you're on Instagram or you're on what those crazy kids are doing, right? People old like me and Justin are doing Facebook. But what platform are you doing?
Instagram is the platform I'm using right now. Yeah.
You're almost too old for Instagram, right? You're like, I was thinking about TikTok, right? Yeah.
Just made the Instagram cut. Yeah. TikTok.
Right. Just barely. Yeah. Right. Anyway, that you can do Instagram. Yes. Instagram, as you know, is very photo centric, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to use the filters and take really good pictures of your properties and post them on Instagram. And I see people that raise money just like, hey, in front of their property with a thumbs up. Hey, man, just closed or just put it under contract. But more importantly, what I see people do is they'll put on Instagram stuff like, what do y'all think of these cabinets? What color should I do these floors? Whatever. That's more educational. And also you reach out to your marketplace and get them to engage you. I've seen people put like I don't know how to do it because I'm not smart. I'm not techie like this, but I bet you can, is do an Instagram post with a thing they can vote. Like they can click yes or no on the screen, on the picture, right? Stupid stuff like that people can engage with you on what you're doing. And then you're not just Isaac Ramirez, the guy they went to high school with. You're Isaac Ramirez, the real estate investor. Because what you want to do is with Instagram is build awareness. And not awareness of, hey, how great real estate is, because that could be that too. But you could also, just do a post like, hey, I'm a real estate investor, just so people know. Because they think you're something else. Until they figure out you're a real estate investor, they don't know. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Like here's a perfect day. Take a freaking selfie with me and Justin on Zoom here, right? Put it on your Instagram channel. I just hung out with these guys. These guys are awesome. They taught me some stuff, right? Yeah. That's an Instagram post.
Share this video. Absolutely.
Right. What I find Instagrammers that do well they post almost every day, at least once a day, if not more. It's a fast content space, way more than Facebook. Facebook's way more sticky. Instagram's like, if people don't see it that day, they're not going to look at it. All
right. I'm trying to get in on this. So
go ahead. I'm done. I'll shut up. One more thing. No, I'm kidding.
Yes. Listen, building a reputation online, changing that perception of Isaac from wherever, the soccer team, versus Isaac from that does real estate, takes a little bit of time, but it's the consistent post, like Matt said, over and over again. And you probably should use Facebook to reach people that are more senior in age, because those are generally the people that have money, right? So if all the young ones are on Instagram, as Matt said, that's great. You want to connect with them, but you also want to connect with the people that might have a little more cash in their bank account. And where are they? They're probably on Facebook and they're probably on LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. Just saying, very, very general terms here. Being educate as well. So not just educating about, hey, what I'm doing with this house, which is very, very good stuff, but then educating. Put up a post of things you learned from Bigger Pockets about how people can invest in real estate, having nothing to do specifically with your deal in particular that you have right now. But hey, you could be a debt investor and I could pay you 8% on this deal and you could get paid every single month. And that's how it works. And all your post is about how it works, right? And then that's content that you can point people to later on as well. But then when the deal comes along, it's, hey, yeah, I've got all these YouTube videos, or I've got this whole library of my blogs about how this whole thing works. Go read about it. Now, let's talk, right? Be the educational point to those people.
That's a good point. And you can just put out like, hey, these people are making 8%. Invest with me, just so you know. Not you can. Hey, my investor just made 8%. I just again, it's Instagram. Send pictures of the checks you're sending to your investors, like the back of them, like somebody just made, but great day for my investors. I'm just sending out $2,000, right? Anyway, that's how you good.
I was going to say the first private money deal I did, I had a whole packet of how the flip works. It was a flip, how this whole thing works, start to finish, how you get paid, how it's legal, what happens if I take the money and run, like all that kind of stuff. I put it together. Like I gave it to him and he needed to know how it worked first. And then when I actually had a flip 6 months later, he was ready to fund the deal. Right. It's the same thing with social media. Educate your audience about how the whole thing works so that when time comes, guess what? They're going to reach out. Like what Matt said, as far as you don't have to say, I've got a deal, call me. As soon as you say I'm doing this and my investors are earning, if they're interested, they're going to call you anyway. They want a piece of that action. If they're smart and they see that you're doing it over and over again, they're going to call. Right.
One more thing, guys, before we go. You post, you draw them into some sort of a list builder. Okay. You got to have a newsletter. You got to have a thing, because it's one thing to build an audience. Do that on Facebook, on YouTube, on maybe YouTube for you. You seem well spoken enough to hold down a YouTube channel. You could do it, right? Hey, listen, if I can do it, and I'm not, you can do it. My mom is the only person who thinks I'm special. If I can do YouTube, right? You can do it. Anyway, do awareness there, right? Yeah. And then draw in a call to action. And I made the mistake of not doing that soon enough. We're doing calls to action now, but do call to action on that social to draw people in to subscribe to your newsletter or somewhere that you can capture their contact information, so that when you've got a deal, you just go, hey guys, I just found this duplex. I need an investor at $50,000. First phone call takes it. Here you go. And it's like, it becomes a lot easier once you've got that list. You just blast it out. You know.
I do want to put a fine point on this, because Isaac, your question very specifically said, I've thought about sharing and posting new investment opportunity, info about the home, DM if you're interested. I think we've answered that, but just
I think so.
You think that? Yeah,
I think it's okay. I really do. He's not saying what rate of return it is. Okay. He is saying a little bit like, if you want to invest, DM me. I probably wouldn't do that.
Right.
I probably would stop short of, my investors have made great returns. I'd love to talk to more, love to tell you more about the projects I've done in the past, and I'm buying houses. You guys ever want to chat to talk some real estate shop, DM me.
Exactly. If you want to see how I've made my investors X% rate of return, DM me.
There you go.
That's usually the line I put at the end of my post. If you want to see how, just give me a call and we'll talk. I'll educate you.
So it sounds like basically what I want to avoid for the most part is just having to set up or type out specific returns, right? Just making sure not being so specific and keep it more general. Just like you said, just having them to draw their attention and then like a call to action, Right.
Yeah,
Is that
but
basically?
it's not about invest with me. It's just educational purposes. Remember,
Yeah.
you're not asking them to invest with you in the post. You're telling them that you're investing, right? It's like, I am investing in real estate, and I've had folks invest with me. The end. You know, that's it. You're not asking the question. If you'd like to invest with me, DM me. That's a solicitation, I think.
Okay.
You know, right? You stop further. If you want to talk more about real estate, you want to chat about real estate, you want to talk some shop, DM me. That's very different, because it could be that you're not really asking. That could be a no. That could be that could be just a chat about real estate. You know,
Right.
yeah. Because up until you get much larger in your business, you're going to be working with people that are your friends and family that you have to have a pre-existing relationship with before they invest with you. So if Johnny off the street approaches you and wants to invest, they can't, because they don't have a pre-existing relationship. This has got to be your Uncle Charlie or the guy you went to high school with, or somebody you know already, that you already have a pre-existing relationship. Okay.
And this, of course, is like, if I was doing it through social media, does it apply even in person context?
Like in person. It doesn't have to be with somebody you've met personally. It's got to be somebody that you've had a few conversations with. So when they reach out, the first conversation should not be, hey, how much money do you have and when can you give it to me? The first conversation should be, tell me about your real estate goals. Tell me about you want to go. Tell me more about, what you've done in the past. Tell me about you, and then let me tell you about what I'm doing. And then probably like second or third call, tell them about how they can work with you on deals. It's not going to go that way with everybody, but if you really don't have any relationship with them at all, I recommend a few conversations to build it up.
Gotcha.
Oh, cool.
Isaac, I feel it, man.
Instagram, by the way, literally, someone just tagged me and said, watching a great Mentorship Monday. That guy is listening to us. He knows what he's doing. He's
See what social can do for you, Isaac? See that?
He took the picture of us, tagged us, and he's showing.
I think we said do that earlier, didn't we? Right. He took your idea. This guy took my idea for you, Isaac. He beat you. Now you're gonna look like a ripoff when you do it. We
want everyone to take screenshots of this Mentorship Monday and share it. So all of you watching, please do that. We would love.
I wonder how many would be out there. Let's ask that. No, let's see. Everybody if you guys are watching right now and you choose to do a scientific experiment with Justin and I, screen share, to text this, screen share, take a picture of this, screen share it to your social and tag Justin and I in it. Because we want to see and maybe prove to our man Isaac here the power of social media and how many people will tag us in their posts that they put out there. Just a little experiment. Let's see what you guys do.
Love it. Very good stuff.
Cool.
Isaac, thank you. Thanks for joining us today. And we're going to drop you down. Stay on. We're going to drop you down.
Seeing you in Insiders, Isaac. So.
Absolutely. Speaking of solicitation, you want to run our video solicitation?
Are you throw it out there?
Why not? We did it last week, right? You want to do it again?
All right, let's close it out real quick. I have other good news, by the way. I just got a comment on our YouTube channel on a video, and I'm not sure this is for real, but I'd love it if it was. It was from Ken McElroy.
No.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But so the here's what's weird, right? It would look like him. There's a little picture of Ken McElroy's little suit called Ken McElroy was the name of the thing. When I went to Ken McElroy's channel, you know how many subscribers that Ken McElroy person had?
How many? Oh, well, actually, 0 might be better. I don't know.
Then like 10.
Right.
Well, guess what? I subscribe to it. I don't know if YouTube will let me do it, but I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, all right, that's my funny story of the day. Yeah, man, let's close it out with the commercial for Winston-Salem. Check this out, guys. Really, really cool stuff that our guy Alex Felice put together to highlight a little bit about what we're doing in our Winston-Salem project. So check this out, guys. Watch it along with us. This is fun. Bow.
You got sound?
I do not. You got to do it again, baby.
No.
Take it down. Yeah. That ain't right. We're going to miss. Let's give Justin one more chance, guys. Come on. Give Justin one more shot here. All right.
Hold on. Oh, no. All right.
Yeah.
One more time, again.
All right.
Hold on.
Patience, everyone. You guys are going to love this video.
Yeah, I shared this.
If you don't get it right this time, you got to drop it and give me 20 push-ups right now.
I'll do that anyway, but I got it this time. I promise. Here we
On
go.
that Chrome Dome of yours. Do them like head push-ups where you go up against the wall.
I can't do that. Oh,
I can't. Who can? You
I don't
know?
understand.
There we go.
No push-ups for me.
Mhm.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Faircloth. My company is called the DeRosa Group, and we invest in multifamily real estate like this. This is a 336-unit apartment complex in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We invest in assets like this, and so can you if you're an accredited investor. This is something you can diversify your portfolio in by joining us as a passive investor. So let me tell you guys about the Residences at Diamond Ridge, a 336-unit apartment complex here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I want to tell you about it because we are about to buy it. Now, why Winston-Salem? I'll tell you, 10 years worth of population increase. Wake Forest University is a major employer and also a major job provider through their investments in town, including the Innovation Quarter. There's also a diverse job base, including a large healthcare population of healthcare workers that's growing and increasing daily. These are the reasons why I love multifamily and why I love Winston-Salem, North Carolina. People love to own pools. Would you like to own this one? I wouldn't, but guess what? We're going to make this pool the thing to be proud of because this is a value add property. The money in real estate is to be made through value add. This complex might not look like much right now, but we're going to do a major facelift inside and out to make it something the residences and the owners are proud of.
Hey guys, I'm Justin Fraser, asset manager for the DeRosa Group, and I'm so excited to show you this apartment complex. This property is mostly 2-bedroom units, and there's so much value that we can add to those 2-bedroom units. This unit, we're going to take it and exceed the market because guess what? The market bar is not very high. We can take these units almost $150 from where they are to where they're going to be with not that much renovation. Kitchens and bathrooms. That's what we're going to focus on. That's going to get us the most bang for our buck, and it's going to really make these interior units shine. Outside of the units, we're going to focus on exterior, brighten it up. We're going to fix that pool. We're going to make this whole place shine. It's going to be a beautiful place, and rents are going to go up, and we're going to deliver a ton of value for you. We know this works. We've done this for 400 units in Kentucky and 200 units down the road in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We've done this before. We have the right people. We have the right process. We're going to be able to take this plan and deliver results.
We've been investing in real estate for the last 15 years with investors just like yourself, helping them diversify and grow their wealth through real estate. My name is Matt Faircloth. My company is called the DeRosa Group, and we hope you decide to join us on this awesome adventure.
Good stuff, huh? I can't hear you.
I said some really great stuff, and then I realized my mic was blinking. So what I said was, we're so excited about Diamond Ridge.
What a say it all over again, Justin. We love you. Go ahead.
If you are an accredited investor, please come join us. Email DeRosaGroup.com/DC11. We'll get you more information about the deal, and we'd love to have a call. Me, myself, Matt, any member of the team would love to chat with you about Diamond Ridge and all the great opportunities there.
For accredited investors only. Nell, get on Mentorship Monday. Help me at DeRosaGroup.com. We got folks commenting that want to join us. Join us. Help me at DeRosaGroup.com. Be here. Be a part of this. That's what we got, guys. Justin, let's take them home.
Hey,
thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great and profitable week.